we hanging like wet clothes today. I know y'all heard that saying before. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you are returning, hey friends. Y'all, so today we are about to start our seeds. I am so excited to be doing this. Your girl even went as far as labels. I got labels, y'all. I done wrote everything out that I'm planning today. I got the date on it. And yeah, we about to get this party started. Now, these are labels that I have used before, so I just wrote what I'm growing now on the back of it. So this is what my labels look like. This is my bell pepper label. It has the date on it, and then it has what I'm growing. And then these are my other ones. I'm about to show y'all all the seeds that we are starting today. First, can we talk about Baker Creek's packaging on they for their seeds? I love this. I didn't order from Baker Creek before. This is the first time that they done sent their my seeds in a package like this. It is so cute. I love it. So I'm gonna show y'all all the seeds that I got from them. A couple of these aren't from Baker Creek, but I'm gonna still share those with y'all as well. So these are actually my free pack of seeds. These are crane melons. I've never grown them before. They say they get up to 4 pounds each. They're supposed to be like super sweet, and they have like orange spots on them. So this is that. And on the back it says free gift. And then we got our Melrose peppers. If y'all have never grown Melrose peppers like me, they get about 4 inches, and then the fruit turns red. So that's what the back of the seed packaging say. And it says it starts producing very early. So start indoors 8 to 12 weeks before your last frost date. A heat mat helps warm the soil and speeds up germination. I don't have a heat mat, y'all. I was thinking about ordering a heat mat though. If y'all use a heat mat, leave it in the comments if y'all notice a difference with using heat mats. So that's that. I'm excited to try them. We got our shishito peppers. So these are the same way. You start them 8 to 12 weeks before your last frost day, and it says heat mats help speed up the germination. It takes about 60 days, it says. And this, I didn't show y'all the back, but just for y'all that have never ordered from Baker Creek, this was the back of their seed packets look like. It's basically telling you the days it takes for the seed to germinate, what type of sun requirements it needs, and all of that good jazz. And then it has flavor profile and everything like that on the back of the seed pack as well. Y'all, I don't know why I ordered this because I kind of regret ordering it now. But I got some Alexandria Alpine strawberries. If y'all have ever grown Alpine strawberries, leave it in the comments. What does the taste like? I know I did a little bit of research and they say they are super small. So this is what it looks like. It takes about 120 days. It says it's very productive. I may go ahead and try it out though, y'all, just for poops and giggles. I think I'm gonna go ahead on and drop down at least 2 or 3 seeds out of this packet since I ordered it, right? So we're gonna try those out. And I told y'all in my last video, I did order some bare root strawberries from Gurney's. So just FYI. I also have some chives, some garlic chives. And this is what it looks like. I'll be starting those today. And then I have some onions that I'm starting from seed today. The onions take 115 days before they're ready, which I told y'all in the last video. We ain't worried about that time no more. The time gonna pass. And then I also have some sweet bell peppers. So this is actually a seed pack that I got last year, but I'm gonna go ahead on and use them. They may germinate, they may not, but we're gonna give it a shot. So, and then I got these gloves. Y'all know I'm always buying new gloves if y'all not new here. So I seen these on the clearance rack at Lowe's when I went yesterday. So I was like, hey, let me get some of these gloves. But they water resistant. That's what I like about them. We're about to go ahead on and get this party started. We're going to first start by adding our seed starting mix to our bowl, our multi-purpose bowl. Oh, and y'all see in the background, I got my romaine lettuce. I haven't showed y'all this romaine lettuce in a while. This is actually the one that I started from seed that I told y'all I wanted to grow in the garage. We've been harvesting from it. It's been working out pretty good for me so far. This is the seed starting mix that I'm using. This is the Burpees Organic Seed Starting Mix. Now, for those of you that aren't new here, y'all know I was always adding extra amendments to my soil, whether if it was my seed starting mix or whether if it was my soil that I took outside. I'm not doing it this time around. Everything that I need is already in here. So to help the seed get started off, whatever's in this bag, that's what's going to help it. So if you're just starting out, you do not need all the things added to your soil because it stuff like this already have what you need in it. And this is what it looks like. Now, if you starting seeds and you are actually making a DIY mix, then of course you're gonna have to add the soil amendments. But this is a nice light soil, so that's why I like using it. Yep. I notice if I'm comparing the soils, I've used this soil before and I've also used this soil before. So for some reason, I noticed that this one dries out a lot quicker than the burpees. And this is by Jiffy. I will tell y'all the difference between the two. This one is made with peat moss, and this one that I just showed y'all is made with cocoa coir. So I'm thinking that's why this one dries out so fast. If y'all team peat moss, leave it in the comments. If y'all team cocoa coir, leave that in the comments. I think I'm team cocoa coir because it don't dry out as fast. So I'm gonna go ahead on and add my water to this. You do not have to add water to your seed starting mix, but that's just a personal preference that I like to do. I've did it both ways actually. I've started seeds without adding water to it, and I've started seeds with adding water to it. But I find it easier to control the moisture if you go ahead and add your water to it. That's why I go ahead and add my water. I'm gonna also spritz the top of it as well. So you don't want your seed starting mix to be super, super wet, but you also don't want it to be super, super dry if you don't plan on adding any more moisture to the top of it. So this is the right consistency that I find works best for me. Today I'm actually using the seed starting kits from Greenstock. So if y'all see, these are what they look like for those of you that do not know. And they're actually on sale right now. So I'll leave the link in the description if y'all are interested in purchasing some seed starting kits from Greenstock. And they fit in just like this. And I know y'all probably seen people demonstrate this 1,000,001 times, but you know, just in case if you have never seen anybody else demonstrate it. This is actually the one that I got from my mystery box. I told y'all that I wasn't gonna use it, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna actually use it because the wicks are smaller than the ones that I actually have from Vago. So we're gonna see how this one works out. Y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not wearing these gloves. I always start off with gloves and then I end without gloves. So I'm not even about to try to play myself and keep on having to put them back on and off. So we're just gonna pack our soil down in here. And y'all, I end up going to buy a rake today. Somebody in the comments had asked, do we have a lawnmower with a bag on it? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We do not use a lawnmower because we actually have a guy that comes to do our lawn whenever we need our grass cut. Cause listen, I'm gonna be real. Me and Tony do not do no yard work outside of us being out there in the garden. And someone also asked me what I'm going to grow in the greenhouse. Y'all know I was kind of on the fence about the route that I wanted to go with the green stalks that I was putting under the tree. So I think I'm going to just go ahead on and add that to the greenhouse because peppers do like heat. I know somebody going to say, well, it's going to get really hot in there. I know, y'all. I know. If it does get hot, the good thing about the green stalk is you can always move it. Like if it gets to the point where it's way too hot for the peppers to do their business in there, I can always just take them out. So that's the plus side about it, y'all. You able to control how things are gonna go for you when you're doing container gardening. It ain't like gardening in ground where once you put something there, it's a lot harder for you to have to move it. And I think that's why I like doing the container gardening because I have more control about moving stuff around. And just for reference, I feel like I need to start telling y'all what zone I'm in. I'm in zone 9A, Southern Alabama. So that's why I'm going ahead and getting my peppers started and things like that. Because y'all know we don't have no for real winters anyways. So go ahead on and get this party started. I do notice a lot of people that are in other zones, they're actually going ahead and starting their peppers now as well. So peppers do take a while to get established. Definitely look up your zone to see when it's best for you to start your peppers. If you are going to start them from seed, if you do plan on growing peppers, just so you kind of get a head start. Around this time last year, I did not even have gardening on my mind, y'all. So I don't know what I was doing around this time last year. Just a fun fact, I started gardening, I think, at the end of February of 2025. So once I did decide that I wanted to get into gardening, I had to go out and buy a bunch of starter plants. So if you do plan on starting out your garden and you're not going to start seeds, you're going to just get starter plants, y'all got a little bit more time before y'all have to start getting stuff rocking and rolling if you're in my area. I will say you will save money though. starting your own seeds. And also, y'all, if y'all on TikTok, the gardening community on TikTok, I've been seeing a lot of people doing like seed swap, seed exchange. I actually have a couple of my friends over here that's sending me some seeds. When people send me stuff, I want to go ahead on and grow it. Now, if it's something that I know we're not going to consume, then I'm going to be honest with y'all, I'm not going to grow it. But I would like to grow everything that people send me. So, and thank y'all for y'all comments too on the last video. I was a little bit nervous about doing a full video of just talking. I want to say I've done that before, but it's always so a little bit cringy to me when I'm doing that, because I'm like, oh, I don't want people to get bored with what I'm talking about and things like that. I feel like as a content creator, when you first starting out, you don't have that confidence that people that have been doing it for a while have. And I feel like I'm going to always be like that, though, because y'all know I'm a natural. If you don't know, I'm a natural introvert. So I know some of y'all probably like, how you an introvert and how y'all be acting up in these folks' stores and stuff like that. But trust me, y'all, I am. I feel like doing YouTube and hanging out with y'all, it really allows me to let my hair down and just be myself. You know, especially working at a job where you kind of have to have a professional face at all times. Because for those of you that don't know, I am in management, so it's like I have to carry myself in a certain type of way when I'm at work. So when I'm doing this job, which is content creating, I like to just be myself and have fun. I ain't got no fancy water pitcher or nothing in here with me. I got this this old cereal holder that I brung out here with my water in it. So that's what we gonna use. And I do have a question for y'all. What's one thing that you're most excited about growing in your garden this time around? Or if y'all are doing something new, what's something new that y'all are adding to y'all garden that y'all are excited to see how it does? Fun fact too, I wasn't gonna do watermelons again this year, but Tony was like, "Nah, you gotta do it, cause we ain't get a harvest from watermelon, so you gotta go hit on and try to see it through." I ain't gonna say I was discouraged about it, but I just feel like I can get really good watermelon off the side of the road. So, but I'm gonna give it another shot. I don't think I have any more sugar baby watermelon seeds though, and I think that's one that I want to grow. So I do need to get me a few of those, which I probably just grab some from a big box store or from Dollar General. If another thing too, I'm just running my mouth. Y'all gonna be like, you asking a lot of questions, girl. We can't answer all of them. Just answer at least one of the questions in the video in the comments. Have y'all used Dollar Tree or Dollar General seeds? Those I actually end up buying a pack of Dollar General seeds today. They're actually sunflower. They're 2 for $1. So for people that are interested in getting sunflowers or getting seeds, but they're on a budget, try this out. I don't know how they gonna work out though, y'all. This is another thing that I'm growing today. I forgot to show y'all, but we're gonna see what happens with them. We're gonna try them out. Cause 2 for $1, you can't beat that. Hopefully it work out. I know some people be saying you gotta use certain seeds and this, that, and the other. I say use what you can afford and just hope for the best on it. You know. And another thing I've been seeing people say is the bare roots from Lowe's. They've been having good success with that. The bare root strawberries from Lowe's. I didn't even think about that to get some from there. Because a funny story, last year I had bought some bare roots from Walmart. And y'all, this was when I first started gardening. I did not know what the heck I was doing. Even when I looked up a video of how to plant bare root strawberries, the bare roots looked so bad to where I was like, I don't think they're supposed to look like this. So I still had planted them, but nothing happened with them. So definitely be careful with going to the big box stores and getting bare root plants. But more than one person have told me that they had great success with their Lowe's bare roots. So if y'all are interested in getting some strawberries, definitely check them out if y'all don't want to have to pay for shipping by getting them from online. And I am going to put these in the garage under our Vago grow light. At first I was like, dang, this tray is a little bit too big for the grow light, but for the grow light stand, but actually I can fit it on the bottom shelf, which I haven't used that since I got this, but we're gonna use it today. And for everybody that then bought 50,000 quadrillion green stalks when they was on sale, I recommend y'all go hit on and start getting y'all soil together for them, because when it's time to fill them up in the spring, summertime, it's gonna be a pretty penny. That's what I was thinking about. I was like, dang, I done got all these green stalks. I say all of these, but I think I got like 5 or 6 of them now. And I was like, dang, how I'm about to fill these up? What's gonna be the price of filling these up? But actually, this year, I'm gonna do the Mel's mix. So y'all know I'm gonna bring y'all along for that. That's my that's how I'm gonna fill them up, and I'm gonna see how that goes for us. They recommend using the Happy Frog, and don't get me wrong, y'all. The Happy Frog is amazing, but it's also a little bit pricey. And we talking about filling up 5 or 6 green stalks. I don't even want to think about how much that's gonna cost us. And it's so gloomy outside today. We are supposed to get rain tomorrow, which I ain't really tripping about. All right, so we're gonna first start off with the shishito peppers. Now, when you are starting your seeds, this is something that I just learned about when I first started starting seeds indoors. I was actually planting everything a little bit deep, but some seeds require you to surface sow, which means you just gonna put the seeds on top of the soil and then possibly like sprinkle the tiniest bit of soil on top, or don't sprinkle any soil on top at all and just spritz it with water, because it requires light to germinate. And that was something that I recently learned. Um, Once I started dropping down carrot seeds, so I learned that. If y'all were ever wondering what the shishito seeds look like, this is what they look like. They look just like the seeds that you get from inside of your shishito peppers. So if you are growing shishito peppers, or if you do decide to grow shishito peppers, I definitely recommend, or any type of pepper for that matter, I definitely recommend you saving your seeds. I did not do that last year, so that's why I had to go out and buy some. We're gonna put 3 seeds per cell, and it says to plant it 1/4 inch deep. Y'all, I ain't the best with measurements, but I'm gonna plant it down a nice little amount. I know that 1/4 isn't as deep as a 1/2 inch, so I do know that. And the more seeds you drop, the better chance you have for germination, because sometimes all of your seeds won't germinate. So just keep that in mind as well when you're starting seeds. Some people may feel like just putting one seed in each little cell would be the best bet, just so you don't have to thin them out. But the way that I'm planting these, I'll be able to actually shake them apart. I say shake them apart, but pull them apart if all of them was to germinate. And I would not be mad if I get a bunch of pepper plants. And I prefer sweet peppers over peppers that are like bitter or spicy, if I'm talking about just eating them just regular. Now, I love me a good jalapeno though. That's really should have been what I was planning too. I didn't even think about that. Oh yeah, and something that I've heard, if y'all are growing like different types of peppers, I've heard, I don't have experience to know if this is true or not, that sometimes your peppers aren't companion plants. So let's use this as an example. Say for instance, you got a Scotch bonnet pepper, that's something that's spicy. And then you got something like the Melrose pepper, something that's supposed to be a sweet pepper. It's not a guarantee that just because they are both pepper plants, that both of them are companion plants. So definitely want to check that out as well. If you're trying to be strategic about the way you're planting stuff, keep that in mind. That just because it's in the same family, and when I say the same family, I mean just like a pepper plant, does not mean that it's a companion plant. Because I learned last year when I was growing stuff that cantaloupe and watermelon, they aren't considered companion plants, and I would have never guessed that. I was like, both of them melons, why they just can't be grown together? So we're gonna put these peppers back in this one seed starting tray. I have 6 times 3, 18. I have 18 possible shishito pepper plants. Fingers crossed that they all make it. I know y'all probably saying, girl, what you gonna do with 18 shishito pepper plants? I don't know. I do not know. But I know I'm gonna need at least 6. Let's not forget our tag that we took our time making. I'll just pop that right there. And these are the sweet peppers, the grand bell mix. I'm gonna do this one the same exact way that I just did the shishito peppers. I'm gonna put 3 in each one. And when y'all doing this, do y'all use like a ruler or anything, like a little pencil that's able to tell you how far you plant them down, or do y'all just do like I'm doing and just use y'all finger and just push them down in there and hope for the best? Okay, so that one is complete. That one didn't take long at all. So we're gonna put these back in the little bag. Again, these are the Sweet Bells, and they are by Fairy Morris. And it's actually a container variety. So if y'all are wondering, uh, or if y'all are saying to yourself, oh, bell peppers get big, you probably shouldn't put them in the green stalk. But this is a container variety. So, and the way you're able to tell that it's container variety, some of the seed packets will say it on the pack like container variety, and then right in the middle of the container it'll say the inches that the pot should be in. Some of them sometimes it say like 24. This one actually says a 12-inch pot, so I feel like that'd be a nice size for the green stalk. And I would love to know, what type of seed starting mix do y'all use? Do y'all make y'all own seed starting mix? I see a lot of people making their own seed starting mix. Or do y'all use like store-bought seed starting mix? These are the Melrose peppers. I'm excited to try them. I think I'm gonna do them the same way I was doing the shishito peppers. This time around, when I do the shishito peppers, I also want to try them tempered. So I'm gonna see what that's like. Try them tempered with a little bit of soy sauce. Y'all know folks love frying stuff. They say everything tastes better fried. So that's gonna be my plan for the shishito peppers and the Melrose, to try them tempered and use a little soy sauce, or make like a ginger sauce to dip them in. That even sound good. Now I will say this: when you do wet your soil up first, it is a little bit harder for you to stick your seeds down in there, because your seed want to stick to your finger based off of the fact that your soil is wet. I don't know about y'all, but seed starting is so relaxing to me. I honestly feel like that's the most relaxing thing about gardening. I used to tell y'all all the time, gardening is definitely a form of therapy. If you if you got a stressful job, or you just got a stressful life altogether, try gardening, and it's just nice to see things that you grow too. And these are the, look at me getting it all dirty. These are the humidity domes that come with the seed starting trays. Now, if y'all can see, it's like a little lip right here, and then on the actual seed starting trays, they have little slits on the side. So basically, you're just gonna put the lid on, make sure it's locked into place. Now, my tags that I have on here, I'm gonna have to push them down a little bit further just so this will be able to close. Then it locks in. Look at that. It's locked into place. I love that. So our next seeds that we're going to be putting down is going to be our sunflower seeds. So I have never grown this variety of sunflower seeds. This is one I just bought from Dollar General. It's a sunflower autumn beauty. If y'all have ever grown the sunflower autumn beauty, tell me y'all experience with that. Again, I told y'all before, it was only $2 $4 for the packs. So we're going to see how that goes. This is an annual. It gets 5 to 6 feet tall. It says the seed spacing should be 6 inches, and these seeds are actually going to be planted the same way that our pepper seeds are planted. They want to be 1/4 inch deep. Our seeds that we grew over, that we had in our fall garden, they looked exactly like a little sunflower seed, and these look like a mini sunflower seed. Oh, how cute. They actually are different colors too. So this is what the seeds look like. They're different colors. I'm going to do 2 per cell, and we're going to see how that goes. No, I'm gonna do 4. So we're gonna put 4 in each cell. And even though I'm already doing this, y'all feel free to leave in the comments if sunflowers even like their roots to be disturbed. Because the sunflowers that I grew for our fall garden, I actually just direct sowed those, because y'all know they were in the chaos area. I may end up using this whole pack of seeds. It's not a whole bunch of seeds in here either, y'all. I guess they say that's why they only 50 cents a pack. I'm gonna get a whole bunch. I may only be able to do 2 per cell, which is fine. If y'all don't start y'all plants from seed, leave in the comments why y'all don't. Are y'all scared? Do y'all think that it won't work out for y'all? Do y'all just like the convenience of buying start? What's y'all why behind it? If y'all want to share that. And then let's go ahead on and do our onions. I have never seen onions in seed form. So this one, I didn't explain to y'all, because y'all know they have long day variety of onions and short day variety of onions. This is actually a short day, because in my area, it's better to grow short day varieties. You know, down in the south, people up north, y'all may want to have long day varieties. I'm not 100% sure, because I'm not up north, so I don't know, and I don't want to act like I do know. But these are the ones that I'm growing. It is actually a Texas guano onion variety, and it takes 115 days to harvest. So let's go ahead on and bust these bad babies open and see what they look like. So if y'all were wondering what onion seeds look like, this is what they look like. They're not super small, We're going to read the back of the seed pack to see how I need to plant it. It says the depth is 1/4 to 1.5 inches deep, and you want to start these 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost date. When transplanting, clip green growth to 3 inches and plant 2 inches deep. After danger of frost, sow outdoors. Thin when plants are a few inches tall. So if you wanted to direct sow these, which would probably be the best option, because it's a root vegetable. In my area, you direct sow them between February and April, but because I'm starting them indoors, that's why I'm gonna go ahead on and start them at the beginning of January. The only thing I don't like about this is the dark color of it. I'm gonna grab like a pen or a pencil to poke down in there, y'all. Okay, so I just got this little pen to poke down, and I'm gonna just put 2 seeds in here and see what happens with it. 2 seeds in each spot. I'm not going to use all of these seeds because I do want to be able to direct sow some outdoors as well, possibly at the end of February. So I'm not going to use all these. Dang, I had just the right amount in my hand too. Y'all feel so organized and well put together by doing this. Got my little labels. I got my little dates on my little labels. I got my seeds planted the way they said to plant them on the back of the seed pack. At least I think I do, because I guesstimated with the depth, but I think it'll be fine. So I only made one label, y'all, because I know that the onions are in the evergreen colored trays. And these are considered the humidity domes. So if y'all see, it's the little hose is right there on the side for you to be able to get that humidity effect that you want. So don't think it's just closed out, because it is a hole. It is holes on the side. Y'all got me out here feeling like I'm a real gardener. See, let me show y'all my face. Let me show y'all my face. Y'all got me out here feeling like I'm a real gardener. So since I got to get another tray popping, I guess I'll drop down some of them strawberry seeds too. Let's see what they gonna do. I might as well, right? And see, it's the perfect fit. And this is the, I don't know if I told y'all, this is the Vago Grow Light Shelf. So if y'all got this, the bottom row fits the green stalk seed starting tray kit. That's the FYI. And we're gonna take this, take our little water and our little USA health pitcher and bottom water it. And I told y'all that I like to spritz the top, but since my soil is already so moist, I'm not gonna worry about spritzing the top of it. And next week, I'm going to actually go ahead on and harvest this whole head just so I can have more space on this shelf for when I really start cranking up with starting seeds. All right, y'all, so I'm about to go ahead on and start our chive and strawberry seeds. Now, I do have a question for y'all when it comes to these alpine strawberries. If y'all have ever grown them before, do y'all get a good variety that y'all harvest in the first year, or is these one of those varieties where you have to wait a couple years before you really start getting a good amount of strawberries? I'm gonna go ahead on and drop them down, like I said, because I got them. I kind of second guessed myself on why I ordered them, but I actually ordered these before I found the website, or before y'all told me about the website where I got the bare root strawberries from. And these are ever-bearing. The ones that I ordered are June-bearing strawberries, the bare roots that I ordered. They are very small seeds, too. I definitely want to read the back of the package of how I'm supposed to sow these seeds. It says surface sow. So, okay, these are one of those ones that you surface sow. So I'm going to show y'all what that means when we drop these seeds down. And it does say they are frost hardy. So, and they sprout in 14 to 48 days. So I'm going to have a whole lot of patience when it comes to these. But we're going to see what happens. Okay, so the planting instructions for this, it says start indoors 8 weeks prior to the last frost. Barely cover lightly with soil. Do not allow soil to dry out or direct sow about time of last frost. So you can either direct sow these or you can start them indoors. It says 120 days of very productive alpine type deep scarlet fruit weighing 2 to 3 grams each. So they're very small, ever bearing yields first season from an early planting. So we gonna see if you plant them. Basically, if you plant them early enough, you'll be able to get a good harvest from them. We gonna see. So these are the Vago trays that are made to fit the grow light shelf. Because I'm gonna be limited on space for this shelf, I'm actually just start one cell for the strawberries and the other 3 cells is gonna be for the chives. So I actually don't need these. And just to give y'all a heads up before the time even come, definitely check your Tractor Supplies, Walmarts, places that sell gardening things that don't have them all year round. Definitely check them when the season change. So right now y'all ain't gonna be able to get no real good deal on soil and stuff, but if y'all do get a deal, share it with us in the comments because we want to know about the deals too. But usually when the season is over, they mark down stuff. That's how I was able to get this Burpee organic soil, because it was marked down to a really good price. Y'all, we hanging like wet clothes today. I know y'all heard that saying before. Y'all was acting like y'all ain't know what I was talking about when I said colder than a midget's mama in that video. But I know y'all heard we hanging like wet clothes. I probably don't even need all that. Now why you pour all that in there? It just go. Before I had my pitcher, and this time I just poured in. I think I poured way too much, so I'm gonna have to add some more. No, maybe I'm all right. Yeah, I'm all right. I ain't gonna have to add no more. I'm gonna add a little bit more because I think I got it way too wet. Now with these seed starting trays, they have the big hole at the bottom, just like the ones from Greenstock, but their slits are like this. So just the FYI, if y'all wanted to see the difference in the two. And I like these trays. I don't know about the Greenstock ones just yet, because this is actually my first day using those. But I keep y'all updated. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. And if y'all are interested in getting any of the Vago products, just like the Greenstock products, I have both of them linked in the description. I go back to work Monday, so I'm trying to get content, because I still want to be able to drop content for y'all, because I feel like I've been on the road. I've been on the road lately, so I want to keep that momentum up. So, I got a batch record. Y'all boy will be back next week. We'll be doing some content together on Monday when I get off of work. So I'm going to actually get off work early Monday. So if y'all was wondering where he was at, he off from this job. He got to go to his real job. And y'all, we've been out here recording so long that the camera is about to die. So I'm going to have to turn y'all off and put y'all on the charger for a little bit. The Osmo Pocket 3 don't take long to charge at all. So I'm going to put y'all on the charger for a little bit, and then I'm going to turn y'all back on once we start sowing these strawberry and chive seeds. Because there may be somebody that's interested in seeing that. All right, y'all, so I'm back. We have our seed starting trays already set up. The first ones we're going to do are the strawberries, the alpine strawberries, the ones that I told y'all have to be surface sowed. Now, I'm glad these got to be surface sowed, because these seeds are tiny. When I tell y'all they look like specks of dirt, they literally look like specks of dirt. I don't even want to put it in the camera, because y'all probably won't even be able to see it for real. So we're going to go ahead on and drop those down. And I'm going to actually have to make a label for these too. Y'all know carrot seeds are small, but I think these are smaller than carrot seeds. That make me really feel like the strawberry is going to be really tiny. So we're going to see what happens, man. I'm just sprinkling them on top. They so tiny to where I really don't even want to dust no soil on top like it say. Say you can dust a little bit of soil on top. It's going to be the slightest bit. Now, the only thing with this, when you spray on the top of your soil, because I didn't get this soil as wet as the other soil that I did, so I'm going to go ahead on and mist it. You want to be very careful that you don't move around the seeds by them being so small. So I'm kind of using my hand to block it, to kind of give me a better chance that I don't lose no seeds. And it specify on the pack, do not let your soil dry out. So I got to really make sure I'm on top of watering this, because that's one thing that I have an issue with when I'm starting seeds. A lot of times I let my soil dry out. Not on purpose. It's just kind of a thing where I just forget about it. And I can't say out of sight, out of mind, because I start the seeds out here, and every day when I get in my car, I see the seed trays. I just still don't do it for some reason. I still feel a little bit nervous that I possibly lost some seeds doing that. So I'm gonna just sprinkle a little bit more in each spot. I know I'm probably overdoing it, but better safe than sorry. And I thought the sun was starting to come out, y'all, but it fooled me. And it got back gloomy outside. So this is strawberry. I'm gonna just put straw. Yeah, I got enough room for berry. Strawberry. Today is the 2nd of 2026. Let's go ahead on and write on this one too. This one say bunch and onions. Gonna put chives. And it's gonna be 1, 2, 26. All right, now let's see for the chives. You're gonna plant them 1/4 inch deep. And in my area, you can plant these between September and May. That's a long window. I like that. I like stuff to have a long planting window. I don't feel like I'm rushing against time. And these look very similar to the onion seeds too. So I really could direct sow these outside according to the back of this bag. But I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna just start them in here. Let me get my pen. I kind of like using this pen to make a hole. And I'm gonna just drop 2 down in each one. So I'm gonna go ahead on and add the lids to this these Vigo seed starting trays. This one actually comes with a hole in the top of it, because you're actually able to water from the top, and then the water will drip down. It's like a tiny, tiny hole where the water can drip down to our seed starting trays. So I'm gonna just add these to the top of our trays. All right, y'all. So that's gonna be the end of our seed starting extravaganza. Make it sound like we did something real fancy. Like, I know this video was longer than my usual videos when I'm out here by myself, solo dolo. But I wanted to make sure I'm showing y'all everything for the year 2026. I was always telling y'all what I was gonna do, and then I show y'all after I do it. Sometimes, but sometimes I was taking y'all all the way through it. Going forward, I would like to take y'all through the process of everything. If y'all are enjoying these types of videos, make sure y'all like this video, comment, let me know in the comments like, yeah, we like these. These all right with us. We cool with y'all showing us everything. That way I know that y'all are receiving this content and y'all are enjoying it. Because at the end of the day, people that create content, we create it for people to view it. We create it for y'all to take something away from it. And then some people just create it just because they feel like it's, something fun to do. I think I do it for both reasons. But if you made it to the end, thank you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Leave a strawberry emoji. Because Tony thought we had some little toenail strawberries last year. But I think these ones going to have them beat. Because these going to be teeny tiny. But thank y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one.